What if you have a parishioner who comes to you and tells you their adult child is about to change to a different faith or is declaring that they're an atheist and it's going to affect your grandchildren? What would you say?
They're oy vey is what they say in Judaism.
What do you say to someone? What do you say?
I learned that lesson from my mother-in-law who struggled with that. And what she has done has been loving unconditional. And that is the advice I would say. It's their lives. They need to live their lives the way they feel that God is calling them to live it. My job as a parent, as a grandparent, is to love those children, to love those in-laws, to love those grandchildren. And I could imagine myself, if that were to happen, planting little seeds in the grandchildren. I mean, I can imagine myself doing that.
In theory, that's beautiful, but when my grandchild says he's going to have a Christmas tree in his house, I think I'm going to keel over. I mean, that's just unbelievable because it's rejecting everything we've raised them in. Shocking.
Saved, I think. That's the word. You know, when I was thinking, you said, what do I say?
Or just doesn't know God. Or there is no God. And I cannot be a part of these rituals.
Right. Well, my first question to somebody who'd come in with that would be to say, what are you worried about? And if you're worried about salvation, let's talk about that. Do you think that somehow a choice that's being made here is putting these children or these grandchildren beyond the love of God, somewhere outside of God's? And if that's a concern of theirs, then we have to work a little bit on how they understand salvation.
But when someone in my office has come in and told me that their child has converted out of Judaism, I talk less and hug more. Mm-hmm. That is, I've wept with them.
There's something to be grieved.
I don't have questions at that moment. Yeah. I have hugs and tears and grief.
Yeah, I agree. The first thing you say to them is nothing. You love them and you hug them. I think that's true because it's a very real thing for them. And then in time you can unpack what their concerns are.
And it's a self-rejection and it's a family rejection that the person is feeling. Wait a minute, all the values I taught you, you're saying no to. All the history, you're saying no to.
Values, traditions, holidays, everything.
Are they really saying no to it, though? I mean, I think what we're going to be uncomfortable with is they're going to come up with a hybrid that's not going to be the way we did it. But look at our parents.
Look at our. Is I'm Jewish and I'm marrying someone not Jewish and I'm celebrating Christmas and Hanukkah in my home.
Right.
That's a hybrid. When you reject Judaism, you embrace Jesus. That's no hybrid. That is something totally other.
Right, yeah, and I wasn't clear whether we're talking about one or the other. I mean,
I don't think it matters.
I'm used to people disagreeing with me, and I think even if my own kids disagree with me, we're in a search for truth, and God's going to have to reveal them to me. He's bigger than all of us. We're different denominations. We each have a piece of the truth, probably, and it's going to be all right, I think, because God's in charge. Wherever they come out, it's going to be okay.